Discuss the convergence of the series. The series is given like this, a lab series. We need to find the nth term. To find the nth term, all the numerators 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on are in AP. Numerators are 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5 are up to are in arithmetical progression. Nth term, the formula of nth term a plus n minus into d is equal to the first term. A is the first, d is the common difference. D is the common difference. A is 2, A value is 2, minus 1 into difference is, the difference between any two numbers is 1. 2 plus n minus 1 into 1 is equal to n plus 1. And in the denominator 1 to the power of p, 2 to the power of p, 3 to the power of p and so on is there. P, power is p only, do not touch that one. In the denominator the value, first value is 1, 2, second value is 2, third value is 3. Now you can find 1, 2, 3 are in arithmetical progression. Nth term is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. A is the first term, plus n minus 1 in difference is 1, plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled, n you will get. Now like this you have to find for the denominator also nth term. Therefore sigma un is equal to from the numerator 2, 3, 4 we took and we have got n plus 1. From the denominator, the value how much we have got, 1, 2, 3 are in AP, n to the power of p as it is I wrote. The nth term is equal to, I have got n plus 1 by n to the power of p. Now I have got the nth term in the form of n plus 1 by n to the power of p. Now what I have, now I have to choose sigma vn. To apply the comparison test, we have to find the auxiliary series vn. We have to choose how to choose the sigma vn. How to choose sigma vn? There is procedure or there is one part to choose sigma vn. Sigma vn is equal to, this is auxiliary series. Sigma vn we are to it as it is a sigma vn is a auxiliary series. Auxiliary series in the form of sigma 1 by n to the power of p. That's why we have to choose sigma vn in the form of sigma vn is 1 by n to the power of 1 by n to the power of, in that power what we should write, highest power of n in the denominator, highest power of n in the denominator minus highest power of n in the numerator. Now what is the formula for sigma vn? Sigma vn is equal to 1 by n to the power of, in the power what we should write, highest power of n in the denominator minus highest power of n in the numerator. Now that is equal to highest power of n in the denominator is n power is here p only. In the numerator the highest power of n is 1. Highest power of n is 1. N means n to the power of 1. N to the power of, in the denominator p, in the numerator 1. N to the power of p minus 1. N to the power of p minus 1. How much we have got sigma vn? Sigma 1 by n to the power of p minus 1 we have got. Now after choosing sigma vn, what we have to find? We have to write in the formula. What is that formula? Limit n tends to. The formula is limit n tends to infinity un by vn. Limit n tends to infinity un by vn is equal to, limit n tends to infinity. How much is un? N plus 1 by n to the power of p by 1 by n to the power minus 1. Value un value you need to substitute. Now if you write in limit n plus 1 by n to the power of p into, if you write in order n to the power of minus 1. N to the power of p, n to the power of p get cancelled. From here n common, taking common, n common, 1 plus 1 by n, n to the power of minus 1. N to the power of minus 1 is nothing but np, n to the power of p, n to the power of p get cancelled. N to the power of minus 1 is nothing but 1 by n. Now taking common, n get cancelled. 1 plus 1 by n. Limit, if you apply the limit n tends to infinity, 1 by infinity is equal to 0. 1 plus 0 is equal to 1, a finite number. If you get a finite number like this, what is the meaning of this? Both the series sigma un and sigma vn will converge or diverge together. The conclusion of comparison, both sigma un and sigma vn will converge or diverge together. Now how to find the given series is whether convergent or divergent. Now we wrote the comparison test conclusion. both sigma un and sigma vn will converge or diverge together. Now how to find whether given series is convergent or divergent? We have to take with the help of auxiliary series sigma vn. Take sigma vn is equal to, what is our sigma vn? Sigma vn is equal to 1 by n to the power of p minus 1. 1 by n to the power of p minus 1. This one, if you take it as p, if this value is greater than 1, if this value is greater than 1, the given sigma vn is converges, we know. P minus 1 greater than 1. If p minus 1 greater than 1. If p minus 1 less than 1. If p minus 1 greater than 1, if you send the 1 to that side, p greater than 1 plus 1 is greater than 2. That means when p greater than 2, sigma vn convergent. Whenever p minus 1 less than 1, if you send the 1 to that side, p less than 2. Whenever less than or equal to, we can write less than or equal to. Whenever p less than or equal to 2, whenever p less than or equal to 2, sigma vn is divergent. Now based on the formula comparison test conclusion, p greater than 1 convergent, p less than or equal to 1 divergent. Like that, p greater than 1 means if you send the 1 to this side, p greater than 2 convergent, p minus 1 less than or equal to 1 divergent. If you send the 1 to this side, p less than or equal to 2 divergent. If sigma vn is vn convergent by comparison test, therefore by comparison test, sigma un also convergent if p greater than 2, and sigma vn also, sigma un also divergent if p less than or equal to 2. Because comparison, when will you say it is comparison test? If she got 92 marks means another girl also try to get, by comparing with her, another girl also try to get 92 marks. Comparing, that's why the name of the test is comparison test. Sigma vn is convergent if p greater than 2. If p greater than 2, sigma vn is convergent. Therefore, sigma un also by comparison test, sigma un also convergent if p greater than 2. P less than or equal to 2, sigma vn divergent. Therefore, sigma un also divergent if p less than or equal to 2 by comparison test, by comparing with others. Now, one girl got 92 marks means another girl also comparing with her, another girl also try to get 92 marks, like that. Now, that's what the conclusion. Therefore, sigma vn also convergent, p greater than 2, sigma un also convergent if p less than or equal to 2 divergent. Now one more problem I will do. The next problem is test the convergence of the series. Whenever the given series is not like in the fraction, in the form of fraction. See here, nth term is given directly, sigma q, square root of n cube plus 1 minus square root of n cube. Now one nth term is given directly. The nth term I have taken as sigma un is equal to sigma root of n cube plus 1 minus root of n cube. Now whenever the given series is, if the given series is not like fraction, if not like fraction, we have to rationalize the denominator. Why we should rationalize the denominator means we need to choose auxiliary series. To find the auxiliary series, we need some denominator as well as we need some numerator. For that sake, whenever the given term is only having one value, if there is no fraction, there is no denominator. If there is no denominator, we have to rationalize the denominator. Rationalize the denominator. Sigma n cube plus 1 minus sigma n cube into, what is meaning by, what is the meaning of rationalizing the denominator? You have to multiply and divide with its conjugate. The conjugate of this one is opposite symbol, n cube plus 1 plus a root of n cube. You have to multiply and divide with its conjugate is called rationalizing the denominator. Multiplying and dividing with its conjugate is called rationalizing the denominator. I multiply and divide with its conjugate. Now this is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. A plus b into a minus b is root of n cube plus 1 whole square minus root of n cube whole square. A plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square by root of n cube plus 1 plus n cube. How much you'll get? Plus square root get cancelled. N cube plus 1 minus n cube by root of n cube plus 1 plus root of n cube. N cube get cancelled is equal to 1 by root of n cube plus 1 plus root of n cube. N cube you will get. Now this is sigma un. By observing this sigma un, we have to calculate sigma vn. Now when we have to do the rationalizing the denominator, if there is no denominator in the given, problem, all numerators are having in terms of n as well as there is no denominator, at that time you need to rationalize the denominator. If denominator is already there, no need to rationalize. Now after getting sigma un, we need to calculate sigma vn. What did I say to find sigma vn? Sigma 1 by n to the power of. In what we should write? Highest power of n denominator. The highest power of n in the denominator is root of n cube. Root of n cube is the root of n cube. Root of n cube means what? Root of n cube means n to the power of 3 by 2. Root of n cube means n to the power of 3 by 2. That means highest power of n in the denominator is root n cube, is nothing but n to the power of 3 by 2. Now is there anything, is there highest power of n in the numerator? There is no n terms in the numerator. That's why 0. That is equal to 1 by n to the power of 3 by 2. Vn is equal to sigma 1 by n to the power of 3 by 2. Now what is our formula? Comparison test formula. Limit n tends to infinity un by vn. Limit n tends to infinity. How much is our un? 1 by root of n cube plus 1 plus root of n cube by denominator is 1 by root n cube or n to the power of 3 by 2. Both are same. Now if you write this one in order, root n cube or n to the power of 3 by 2, both are same. Root n to the power of 3 by 2, instead of that one I wrote root n cube. Now limit n tends to infinity, I'll write in order root n cube plus 1 the root n cube. If you write in order, it will become root n cube by 1. Now taking common, I'll take common. From this I will take common. The next step is I will take a common, that is equal to limit n tends to infinity root n cube 1 by root n cube common. How much you will get? The remaining is root of 1 plus 1 by n cube plus 1. Root n cube taking common from this, I took common, you will get 1 plus 1 by n cube. From this n cube I took common into root n cube by 1. N cube get cancelled. Applying the limit 1 by root of 1 plus 1 by infinity plus 1. That is equal to 1 by infinity is always 0. 1 by infinity is 0. 1 by root 1 plus 1, that is equal to 1 plus 1, that is equal to 1 by 2. A finite number. What is 1 by 2? 1 by 2 is a finite number. I took common root n cube, root n cube get cancelled. After that I applied the limit. That is equal to, like the simplification, a finite number I have got. What is the meaning of that? Therefore, both sigma un and sigma vn will converge or diverge together. Now how to find whether both sigma un is converges or diverges? Now with the help of sigma vn. Now sigma vn is equal to sigma 1 by n to the power of 3 by 2 or root n cube, both are same. Sigma 1 by n to the power of 3 by 2 or 1 by sigma 1 by root n cube. Now p is equal to, this is in the form of axis series, sigma 1 by n to the power of p is equal to 3 by 2, which is which is greater than 1, 1 by 2, 3 by 2 is greater than 1. If P greater than 1 means sigma u Vn, sigma Vn converges. Sigma Vn, P greater than 1, sigma Vn converges. By comparison test, sigma Vn converges means sigma Un also comparison test, because the name of the test is comparison. Sigma Vn converges, so that therefore by comparison test sigma Un also converges. Sigma Un also converges. Like this you have to do. With the help of sigma Vn we have to identify. Thank you.